Hello friends, ladies and gentlemen, we are back again. We're not going to be playing quite as much as we did last time, I don't think, but we're going to be on for this afternoon a little bit. We're doing a bit on our own, and then maybe we'll see if some other people are going to come online or not. I don't know. We'll just see how it goes. So yeah, we're just gonna get on with a little bit of Grey Zone Warfare. So today we did the ScavTalk podcast a little bit earlier, and we're gonna jump straight back in. So I was just making sure everything was kind of compiling here in the menu. I think today, because we did a bit of the gameplay before, I might want to do a bit more tinkering with things like some of the weapons modding and stuff, because I haven't really checked out the new guns and what you can do with them, and whether they made any other changes since then. I didn't really do anything with the gun. I basically just took the guns that they gave me in the stash, and that was kind of it. I didn't really do anything other than that, really, up until this point. So we can check that out as well and see what's going on. Also, maybe a bit of graphical setting stuff too. I think last time did we? Where do I appear before? I think I was like out in the field. I think previously. Whoa. So you do end up going back to the. Well, maybe did I? I can't remember whether I went back to the main base or not. I think I might have done actually. So I was doing some of the basic starter quests. So the first thing I wanted to check out was some of the graphic settings, because I know I had a quick preview of Clem's settings, because he is obviously the settings master. And he's the one who knows. Yeah, I kind of just fiddled around with this a little bit last time. Didn't do too much with it. Mostly put things on high, but some stuff he recommended turning down a little bit. I think there were certain ones like... I know if you turn everything to low, then you can get really quite high frame rates these days, which is quite good. So it says global illumination. This is the one. Settings of high and above utilize more precise ray tracing methods. So if we turn that to medium, I wonder if that actually does anything. I think the hard thing with these settings is it's difficult to know. It's difficult to know whether these settings require a restart or not. It's always the difficult thing with these. Actually, just going to open this up. Okie dokie. Okay, so... because it was actually pretty good last time. I found that putting everything on medium didn't really seem to change that much stuff. Oh god, that actually does change something. Maybe we just play it all with medium today and just see what happens. It probably has to redo the shaders. I see. Does need to give me a little bit more FPS. You see, it's kind of like refactoring stuff real time. It doesn't look any. This is the thing about this. It doesn't look any worse. Let's have a look. I think texture resolution. Oh. Online service is lost. Twitch still seems okay, I hope. This game has my GPU going mad. I mean, yeah, definitely me too. Me too. High and above, foliage quality. So I think, yeah, so high on a lot of these. I think maybe that costs maybe 8 frames, maybe? Something like that. Is that just rain? I think that's just rain on the red dot. Okay. So what were we using? We were using the MCX. For some reason, I really don't like the way that these preview. They've got quite a really bad performance in the menu. They must be implementing this in quite an optimized kind of way. So let's have a quick look. We did find these necklaces. Not really anything that you could do with these yet, other than just sell them, I think. So it's like $200 for a bunch of necklaces. Which is kind of good, but. Okay, what else did we have? A bunch of these things. Load of ammo. Oh yes, there was a parts case, wasn't there? I wonder, can you buy... are there any other cases from the traders? What's this one? A trunk. What's this do? Various items and tools. 52k. Key holder. Actually, how big is that? 6. I've only got 1 or 2 keys. Got these bug boys. Getting some recon stuff. Okay. Yeah, I didn't spend too much time in the menu. I wanted to jump into active combat, like doing things. MR crate, what's this? Mortar round crate. Transport mortar rounds. 50k though, damn, it's expensive. Firearms case has got 60 size to it. Yeah, it's a lot of money. If you want to buy like more of these cases, it's like really quite expensive. Level up she got. That's just supplies. Med case, only 20k. Container size 30. EMT size 16. I think this is the one. Oh, I see. Yeah, so you're kind of trading off. If you've got the big container, then I guess maybe the EMT makes more sense. Because this is 16 on the inside for only 4. So it's 4 to 1, which is pretty good. What the one I had there? That was 2 to 6. So 1 to 3. So this is more efficient, but you kind of need a bigger secure container to make the use of it. Because you've got the MFAC, which is 1 to 2. You've got the QR kit, which is 1 to 3. And you've got this thing, which is 1 to 4. But this doesn't fit in a standard size container. Okay, that makes sense. Kit, what's this? Oh, is this the sample stuff? That's for quests. Right. What does Artisan sell? And this is with maxed out traders too. So this is like everything that you can buy. What's this thing? Key case, 15. Okay, so that's for the stash rather than the wallet, which is for secure more so. That's nothing important. What's turncoat got? Big old bag, 36. What bags am I using? I tend to be using the scorpion thing, which is oops, inspect. 16. So it's literally double the size. Okay, so that's pretty good. What's this one? Trunk. Items and tools again. The same as the one. Oh, sorry, that's Artisan. Sorry, that's Handshake. I'm on the wrong one. Type 2. What's this? Belt with 4 slots. Okay. Grenade case. Okay. Okie dokie. This is on 2A, yeah, so that one kind of sucks. Alright, 74. I didn't look at all these things previously. So Banshee. I want to find Vulture actually. We probably should fly to a few of the cops, see if we can find anything good. M700, 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 MCX. Right, what utility stuff has he got? Another parts one. 42 for organising weapons components. Is that different to the gunny one? What was the parts one? That was the trunk. Items and tools. This is a specifically weapons part, is it? Intriguing. Right. Okay. Okay. So, in terms of weaponry, AK-12, so familiar with this guy. AK-19, rifle 5 equivalent. Short AK-12. E74M. I guess the AK-308, that's probably only found in the world, I suppose. Hey, Doc Grain, what's going on? Okay, so basic SVD, 7k, that's expensive. SKS. Though the mods do make quite a lot of difference in Grey Zone from when I played last. Because you see, like, these ones are at recoil control plus 26% or something. Actually, that one's not that much different. You can see this if you go to Gunny. So you can see, like, a basic M4, which has got 6% recoil control, versus the DDM4, which got 52% recoil control. Like, these two weapons feel completely different. At least they used to. I'm sure it's probably still the same. That one's got a hollow on it. This one's got a proper Oh no, this one's only got a... It's got an H2.
Enemy PMCs in direct engagement. Eyes on for potential openings.
And then this one's sort of halfway there, 30%. What's the... What have we got actually on ourselves right now? It's got the 70X. Okay, this is pretty good then. It's like 40% recoil control. Thoughts so far now on day 3? I think it's decent. I need to play with some more people, I think. I think it's probably better with a group. Oh yeah, I had a parts case here, didn't I? I think solo is fine. I think there maybe could do with a few more... Could do with a few more just bits. Some more mechanics. I've been brainstorming some interesting... I've been brainstorming mechanics that could come with an update, you know, such as this, to make the whole game like more, I don't know, just to make it a bit more impactful. Because like right now, you know, what do you want to do? What do you want to capture the cops for? It's mostly to make questing easier. In the creator preview, it's a bit strange because right now we don't really have anything other than just PvP to do, because we've got all the progression already. We're at level 4 traders, so there's nothing to actually progress up to. So I think it's good, but I hate how the character flickers in the menu. What, in here? Yes, it's like there's no anti-aliasing in the preview.
Stay sharp. 2 enemy contractor groups in conflict.
Like these previews are clearly not rendering in the same way as the main world. And the performance is really bad as well. So you see, like when I move the gun around and stuff, the FPS drops to like 25. Like it really is, it's quite bad in the inventory. So actually, it's better out in the actual world, weirdly. UE5, yay. I mean, I'm sure they'll figure something out about it. Let's see. I joined this, but like most people are just in the main base. Like, I think it would be kind of good if the... So you see these new things here, these squad things. So this is... You got 45 minutes to complete it. Squad strike mission. You can't do these if you're on your own though. So you have to be playing with other people. I don't know what you get. You get 6k. Okay, so you do get some money and stuff. You get 6 grand, you get some XP. And these things seem to just appear randomly. I wish there was a couple which are just for solos, or maybe like capturing the cops was a mission as well. So they're trying to go and take this thing. I find it also hard to know whether they're actually fighting PMCs or not, because it seems that the circle appears regardless of whether AI PMCs shoot at you or whether there's a real PMC, at least in my experience. Let's see, so what's the difference between these two then? So better recoil control, worse ergonomics. I wonder what's the ergonomics rating of this thing? Flat, so it's like plus 1. That's on stamina drains. I'm trying to remember exactly what does what. Weapon handling, is this ADS? What's got fast weapon handling? Pretty sure it's only PMCs. I don't know, because I've had a circle created around me before, and we were just fighting bots. I know my FPS was much lower yesterday when I played Natural Just Everything.
Secured. Arsenal is under our control.
This is one I got from an AI with an ACOG on it. Yeah, game keeps crashing and also the same problem. I've had it crash a couple of times on me. It's not been too bad, but yeah, I've had it crash a few times. Just randomly. Buy this game in a year once it has actual content to play. Yeah, there still needs more stuff to come, for sure. 4080 Super with 16 gig VRAM. Yeah, I mean, I have it crash occasionally. I've had it crash twice so far in about 10 hours of gameplay. It just closes to desktop. I don't think there's anything you can do about it. I think it's just a bug. I don't know what the issue is exactly. wonder if you can make this any better. So the MCX we've got, maybe if I move this out here, I can have a look at what parts are available for this thing. So I think most of this stuff is on Banshee. If you click the gun, it tells you what's compatible with it. So I think this is 3 Pro. I think this is, I've already got this. I don't think there's much alternative. What's this? SLD FH. Does that fit to this? It says no. I don't think it does. It's kind of hard to know what fits to what. Are you using FrameGen? I am, because it is night and day different to 0.1. It works way better with the new DLSS tech. And I don't know whether it's down to just like a 40 series GPU or not. That's partly what I bought it for. But it works way better than it did. So what handguard we got on this guy? 16 inch. M6 16 inch. So that's this thing, the long one. And we've got 10 and an 8. What's the difference here? So we've got... I wonder how many windows you can have open at the same time. Mod X, okay, those are for different guns. So we've got recoil control 210000. Hardly seems to make that much difference. I guess you get some more stuff though, don't you? Well, maybe. Can you do more things with this one? Left unlock, bottom, right, bottom front. Bottom middle, bottom front. It seems like this has the same. One thing I wish they had pushed earlier is the workbench for weapon modding. Yeah, that would be good, wouldn't it? Fine, I'm here like you told me to be. Just watch your last vid. Hey, wounded. I was just having a look through some of the items and what changes they've made to some of the equipments here. What have I actually got on this? Because I didn't look through this yet. All I've done so far is look through. Yeah, so this thing is positive. So this is something that Tarkov doesn't really do, where you've got positive here, recoil control, but negatives for ergonomics. I think some of this affects ADS speed, but. DD grip. So yeah, we've got DD butt stock. Because that's 604. What's this thing? Oh, that's MP7. MCX, that's 400. This one, 402. But this thing is just straight up better. Dangerous defense one. I think that's on Gunny. If you can even buy it. Maybe? M6 charging handle. Online services connection lost. $15.66. I want to try and find the stock. I want to see if I can find the stock for it. Which buffer tube have we got anyway? This one has got a... Is this just the adapter? MCX buffer tube adapter. That just must be the buffer tube like attachment section. And we've got... It's funny that this gives you recoil control and whatever. Maybe it pulls stuff from here. Because in Tarkov it doesn't, but in this it might.
Direct engagement. Eyes on for potential openings.
Anyway, so MOE stock is 6 and 6. So technically that's actually slightly better.
Stay sharp. 2 enemy contractor groups in conflict.
I think. MOE plus butt pad is best in slot. It's got to be, right? Where's the pad anyway? Is the pad somewhere else? should show it up, right? Shouldn't it say? I'm on Gunny. I don't see it. Maybe they've moved it away? It's got to be weapon parts, surely. Maybe it's like finding raid only. Maybe you can't get it. Try closing the trade and go back again. I hope that wouldn't fix it. I don't see it. Maybe it's not here. Look at Banshee. Isn't that going to be a different one? I don't see it here. Like some stuff, maybe they've moved it to Found in Raid. If it's like meta. Yeah, I'm not seeing it either. Maybe it's not there. Maybe you need to unlock it in some other way. I don't really know. Okay, anyway. So what grip have we got on this thing? This is the DD grip. Is that the best one? Regrip? That's worse.
Hostile PMC spotted.
Can't use that one.
Progress.
If it's a thing game might be quest locked, I don't think that's a thing. I suppose it could be, but I don't think that's a thing up until now. DD is best. Seems like it. There are some different barrels too, right? Yeah. So we're using the 16? Yeah, SIG M616. So what's the difference then? Muzzle velocity negative. So it's just a muzzle velocity and an MOA thing. Minus 11%. For 9 versus this. And then you can go for the lighter handguard too. Longer barrel also has an impact on pen. Oh, I forgot about that actually. Yeah, that does actually matter in this game, doesn't it? I forgot about that.
We've established control over Gladius.
Where are the grips? There's the shift grip. So you get ergonomics and weapon handling. I wonder if you can tell. I wonder if you can even tell. I think the shift grip was one of the better ones, if I remember correctly from the last time I played. 5, 6. I mean, none of these seem anywhere near as good as the shift. Because this is 22, 5, and 7. Well, that's 12. So that's plus 12, minus 6, minus 6. Whereas over here, wherever it is, that's plus 12. This is plus 7, plus 2. AFG is the ergo grip. Who'd you get the AFG from? Gunny? Don't know. Which type is that? Is that one AFG2? It doesn't look like it's going to fit on my gun. I wonder, is that because... I don't know how this works fully. Is that because I've got a rail on it already? Like if I take the M-lock rail off, would that now fit on? Doesn't seem like it's going to. It says it's not going to. $15.04 is alright.
Rival contractors exchanging fire. Standing by.
But 12.72 could be good. I'm gonna buy one of these just to see what it actually looks like. I'm not sure if it's gonna make any difference. Well, we'll see. Feels quite snappy. Where are we? I'm not sure if you can tell.
Stay sharp. 2 enemy contractor groups in conflict.
EOTech red dot. I hate that scope. It's not as nice as some of the others, that's for sure.
Hostile PMC engaged. Commencing offensive.
Yeah, I remember this one being kind of awful before. What were the other alternatives? Because I think that was the old gunny one. So that was the XPS2 1 dot. What's this one? Is this any good? There was one of those. There's the one that came with the MP7, which was really nice. Whoops.
Rival contractors exchanging fire. Standing by.
I didn't mean to add a tag. Oops. Yeah, this was this thing. 510C. This is actually, that one's actually really nice. And then you've got this one, XPS3 Circle 1 dots. So that's better. Got the T1. That's quite nice in Tarkov. Does it get to run like crap? It runs a lot better than it did, that's for sure. Could buy another one of these to use on our MCX. You see, that's this guy. That should look a lot better. See, look, that's way better, isn't it? I like this one too. Yeah, that's good. See if you can buy a pillared red dot. Who'd that be from? That's Turncoat maybe? Can we get the assault scope? I don't think you can get anything else from him. Arslan sell any? OKP7. What else does he sell? I think he only sells Western stuff. What's the recoil system like in Gross Zone Warfare? It's pretty. It's fairly forgiving, if I remember correctly. One funny thing about the recoil in this game is that, so let's have a look. So you can buy, so basically when you're shooting on the range, it's not just like free. Let's see. So if I just pick a different MCX, we've got VMAX, we've got CQ, we've got FMJ. So if you pick, you know, it's kind of expensive to just like shoot guns randomly on the range.
I'm not sure what to think about that handshake fella. He's all smiles, but I don't trust him one bit. If you ask me, he doesn't give a shit about us.
The recoil's pretty minimal. It's like it starts off low and in the same spot, and then you have to slowly pull down. So it kind of starts off in the same place, you see? And if you hold the button down, you have to start pulling down. That smoke though, yeah. What's your GPU? I have a 4070 Ti Super. So, you know, it's wait, where did my mag go? Oh, I managed to drop one here somehow. I don't even know how I managed to do that. So yeah, basically, like, you can't really. The game is a bit challenged without frame gen, so you do need something that's going to allow you to put frame gen on. But as I've said a few times, it's like a night and day difference between what it used to be like and what it's like now. It's much better. Like frame gen actually works now, and I'm frame gen's biggest hater. I hate frame gen. But I will say, it does actually seem to work now. Like I can't tell the latency. It's actually really quite good in comparison. 2.5 ain't bad either. Is that the one I was looking at here? Oops, sorry, on the one on turncoat. This thing. Let's give it a try. I don't remember what half of these look like. The ACOG is quite zoomed in. Let's have a look. Has that gone up there somewhere? Where have my parts gone? Here we go. Can this zoom at all? No, so it's just a straight up 2.5. It's quite nice though. That's not too bad. Yeah. Looks like it keeps climbing the tarmac, kind of like PUBG. Yeah, it's that kind of style. So it stays towards the middle to start with, and then it starts to climb. Maybe the 2.5 is good. Maybe we'll keep that on. Wasn't sure if this patch had any performance fixes. I remember watching a video stream, the dev said something like performance isn't forgotten in the back of mind. No, that's definitely not true. Like, you can lower your settings quite a bit and get better FPS. So like right now, I mean, I'm running frame gen, as I said, because the frame gen actually works now with the new tech. It used to not work at all. I used to absolutely detest it. But I used to probably run at like 45 FPS, 50 FPS, something like that. And now I'm running at 70. This is without frame gen. So the thing is, it's not the best performing game of all time. It was never going to be. But it's a lot better. So with a frame base of 70, frame genning myself up to 100 or whatever, I don't get any input lag or anything. One of the issues that we had previously with Grey Zone was the fact that the low settings didn't actually do anything. Clem was testing it on low settings. It does actually boost the performance quite significantly. So like in the base, I used to get maybe 80 with frame gen on and loads of input lag. You can probably, can you just about see the Steam overlay? I'm at 120 FPS in the base. Is DLSS 4 there? Yeah, I'm pretty sure they've done DLSS 4. So, right, okay, should we go and do something then? I can't be bothered to sit and, you know, do a load of stuff. Whether we server hop or we'll go and take over a point on our own, I'm not sure. What should we do? Well, it looks like one of our guys died over there. We could take the... We could either go up to Delta 3 or Delta 2 maybe? Mike maybe? Mike is probably safer. And then we move into Bronco potentially. Let's try that.
Exfil confirmed. Raven en route to base camp.
Is release date for this patch yet? No, not yet. Lots of people have said that they think it's going to come pretty soon after the creator test though. It wouldn't make sense for them to leave it any longer, right? Oh, I've got a hollow AAC here. Just waiting. Yeah, so this is an X400 flashlight. Not that we're going to need it now, but it doesn't seem to have a laser in it. What do you think of this? Cheetah speed bump story quest. What is that exactly?
Enemy PMCs in direct engagement. Eyes on for potential openings.
Cheetah speed bump. Once 1.0 is out with the story campaign, require every account to complete the campaign once for achievement. So if you play multiplayer Tarkov, so Cheetah would have to complete the story every time you start a new account. I don't think that's going to make sense. I don't think that's going to actually do anything. I think that I don't think Tarkov's going to have to complete a story game before you play the actual game. I just don't think that's going to be a thing. I don't think it's fair to fault the performance. Still fairly early days. Yes and no. I think that the game, it's not necessarily like, it's not about fault per se, but it's like the game is just not performant, then you're just not going to play it, even in the early test, you know. So like, yeah, they've been working on it. fair enough. But the game was like pretty rough in 0.1. It's a DLSS 4 and it's a K preset. It doesn't actually say. I don't think you have the ability. I think it's on K by default, I would think. I'm running mine on DLSS quality. I assume it's on 4. I guess Clem will be able to tell us. They said it was all the new NVIDIA tech was going to be in here, so I assume it is, but I don't know. It's really good in EFT. It does actually... Interestingly, it does actually glitch out in some ways, DLSS 4 K preset. In some ways, that the old one didn't, and I've tested that actually. There's like some ghosting where you wouldn't normally expect it. Right, we're going to make our way through maybe to dumping ground first. So should we go up to the big mountain, see if we can get up there, see if we can get eyes on anybody, and then move forward. Guess it's going to be that way. I wonder if there's any POIs on the way. We'll have to just keep an eye out. Is Grayzone wiping with this update? Yes. So the creative test, everyone's got max traders and like $100,000 and a load of gear. Just so we can get in the game and test it out without having to go through the starter town again. But when the update hits, we're all going to be starting again. See, one thing that I'm not so keen on is how different it looks through the scope. It's in quite a lot of situations where like the LOD is slightly different, or it's a lot darker. It's kind of hard to like pick your targets through the scope. This thing is cool to be able to count over your gun while you're using the scope, so you don't have to look through it all the time. That is pretty neat. So the big question, has the amount of weather, fobs and circles on the map feel like enough to change to warrant a new playthrough? I think that depends on your perspective.
Engagement confirmed. Enemy PMC
I think if you've got some friends, I'm not sure yet. This is the only thing. I'm not sure about it yet, because we're not playing it through from a fresh playthrough on the creator test. So it's hard for me to know whether that's enough to make the PvP random and interesting enough with the addition of the cop system. Do you know what I mean? It's like if you're trying to go do the quest, because like we're not trying to do quests. So when you're actually playing this properly, you're going to be starting here. You're only going to have the main town. You're going to capture these two, and if you die, you're going to go back to them. Once you've done that, you're going to start getting stuff over at Bampar, and then the quests up here at Hunter's Paradise. Once you've got those, and it's like, okay, well, you kind of want to own like Bearcat, Argos, before you go and fight. And so then there's going to be PvP. People aren't just going to be solely doing quests, because you don't want to have to fly in every single time to the LZ. So you want to make sure that you've got these captured first. I don't know how you keep them captured, especially at distance. So maybe you want to capture one that's a bit out of the way and annoying, like Tomahawk or Argos, so you can spawn back in there. And then I guess you can take a helo from here to here, or maybe you take over like Falcon or something. You spawn back in at Falcon and take the helo this way because it'll be shorter. I'm not sure. Like some of the emergent gameplay around progression and questing normally as it is in the game, I am still unsure. Ah, it looks like we might have a friend here. I'm still unsure as to whether that's going to be enough to warrant another playthrough. I don't actually know. Is there a way to prevent your... Oh, when's the preview over? The preview is over on Wednesday. Wednesday is the last day of the creator preview. So hopefully we'll see it released to everybody soon after that. There isn't a way to keep your gun going to low ready, which is a shame. I'm not sure if you have the torch out or flashlight. I'm not sure if that keeps it up. I feel like it doesn't. Hats off for an honest answer. Yeah, I think it will be enough for some people. It depends on how much you enjoy the gameplay loop as is. Like, we just did our usual regular weekly podcast and talked quite a lot. This is called ScavTalk, by the way. We usually talk about Tarkov, but obviously today we talked a lot about Greyzone. And I was brainstorming in that and have been over the last couple of days as to like what other mechanics they could add to make it more compelling to go and play. Because right now the cop mechanic is really... I should probably turn this off. The cop mechanic is really okay, I have a quest at Fort Narith. I want to go and take Savannah or Night to make sure that I can respawn here quickly so I can do my mission. Right? It's like mission-focused map control, because otherwise, like what I'm doing right now, why do I want to go back and take Bronco? Like, is there any actual reason for me to do so? So I was brainstorming systems where the cops themselves generate, like, influence points, and then if you didn't spend them and it got taken over, those influence points would like remain with the cop, for example, and you'd be able to spend them on like certain things. And I actually think that this would really lean into the idea of grey zone warfare as well. It's supposed to be grey zone, right? It's not supposed to be paramilitary versus paramilitary 24/7. That's not really the idea of the game. The idea of the game is like it's hard to know like who's on your team, who's on the other person's team. It's like sort of espionage-y, kind of like well, yeah, grey stuff, right? It's like you've like bribed people, paid people off, that kind of stuff. So I imagine things like, okay, so if the cops have these points that accrue over time, the low-level ones could be, you know, you bribe the locals with these influence points to, and maybe some cash as well, I don't know. But you bribe them so that you can spy and figure out how many points another cop has. So if there's like no points there, there's not really much point taking it. But if they've like the other team's been like building up points there to do something, you know, further up the tree of points, you might be incentivized to go, okay, we'll go and like mount an attack on this thing. Then you might be able to do, how'd you get up here? Then you might be able to do something with further points, which would be again to bribe like the locals or pay the locals to get them to go and attack one of the cops for you, for example. Like this feels very like the grey zone that they were talking about originally when they had the old school like special forces dude on, and he was talking about all of this stuff. Like it's not just like military versus military. I feel like I'm not supposed to go this way. I feel like I'm gonna die doing this. How'd you get up to the Lam J viewpoint? There must be an easier path to this, rather than me like falling off this mountain and dying. Or breaking my legs, which I seem to do every single stream, no matter what. Maybe keeping the flashlight on keeps from going into low ready. I'll test out myself. Yeah, I didn't seem to do that with the laser. Right, so where's our guys? So our guys are going towards dumping ground. I want to find out. There must be like a staircase or a ramp or something. Ah! That'd be great. Encourage faction-based combat. Give more purpose being faction in the first place. Did someone shout? Like AI here or something? Yeah, exactly. So yeah, that was kind of like I had two broad ideas. The cops. The first one was that, or maybe it's this way. The first one was that, which is like an influence point system. This looks purpose built. So yeah, it was an influence point system. So the longer you held the cop for, like say it generates, just for argument's sake, like 1 influence point per second, right? And you can then spend 100 points to check another cop's like points amount, right? So you bribe the locals to get you information, for example. I can't get up there. Can I get further around? It doesn't want me to go up there. Like, how do I get up here? Yeah, so you can then like check another cop for points. So then you say, okay, well actually I'm going to go and take it over, because imagine you took over a cop and it's got 500 points. That might give you the ability to immediately order like a faction. Might give you the ability to order the locals to attack a cop. So then the other side of it would be some kind of resource. See, like I feel like you're supposed to be able to get up here. I feel like you're supposed to be able to get up here, but I don't seem to be able to. It looks purpose built, but I'm really struggling to actually get up the mountain. This feels like the way up. Maybe there's a way further around. We'll keep going and have a look, see if there's another route. Because I can't get up there. It won't let me do it. I want to use it as a scouting point. That's kind of the purpose. Yeah, the good old takes the shortcut over the mountain, take 3 times longer and have to go the normal way anyway. Yeah, I want to figure out where the point is. This is sort of partly map knowledge gathering in some ways. How are the ballistics in this game? A lot better than they used to be. So they've got... Well, they've got the system that Tarkov wishes it had. This is actually an LZ, I believe. I want to see if there's anything in here. I imagine there probably isn't, but... so it has actual plate mechanics. Oh, there's a chocolate bar. It has actual plate mechanics and coverage, the way that EFT tried to implement it. But because... Oh, no. Okay, good. Why can't I take this? Yeah. But because it has a... Because it has an actual organ system, and there is no health, you basically have your organs and a blood level. There's HP... You don't have HP in this game. So blood kind of acts as HP, but you can get shot in the side here, right, and be like bleeding and losing blood. But because it doesn't hit an organ, it's fine. But because the plate covers that central area, it's also okay. You know? That's kind of how it works. I want animals in the jungle. Yeah, that'd be good. I don't know. It's funny, right? Like, this game could go either way. Maybe it will end up being both. Whether it either goes, like, really survival bushcrafty, or whether it goes much more... whether it goes much more, like, milsim, like, squad. Like, I was thinking more like squad type mechanics, you know, have some resource available. I don't think they should force lots of people to do logi or anything. So I don't think that you should necessarily have to be like shipping supplies back and forth to the front line to be able to upgrade the cops, for example. I don't think that's necessarily a good way to go. But I do think it'd be interesting to be able to upgrade them. So like right now it's very easy to take the cops back. So it'd be kind of interesting if there was a mechanic that you could like fortify them. So an original cop would just be like this. This would just be a basic cop, is what I'm thinking. And then you'd have like a bronze, silver, and gold level. The higher the level, the quicker the degradation. But because you'd have, in my mind, you would have AI combat. So you'd have AI trying to take back the cops, right? So they wouldn't be able to take an upgraded cop, but they would degrade a bronze, silver, or gold cop. Those would also... I don't know whether they degrade... Maybe they wouldn't degrade over time. Maybe they just degrade over AI fights. I don't know. But anyway, you'd sort of... I don't know, maybe that doesn't work, actually. You should have just a degradation mechanic, so you can't just, like, take it and then sit there. But you've got this sort of constant maintenance thing going on. So between cops producing influence and allowing you to spend that in certain ways, that then gives you an incentive to take territory, right? Because the more cops you've got, the more points you've got. Still don't know whether the cops themselves should have the influence points, or whether you should have like a faction influence overall based upon the total number of cops you've got. You know, I can imagine it like a resource. So, you know, a basic cop would give you 1 per second, for example, and then on an upgraded cop, maybe that would give you a little bit more. Or maybe there'd be like certain slots on the cop so that you could either upgrade its defense or upgrade its point generation, you know? You'd have to choose. I'm not sure. The only thing is then it makes it like very heavy on people having to agree on like what upgrades to take and stuff like that. And then it makes it a bit more of a like RTS-y kind of game as well. I don't know whether that plays into Grey Zone that well. I don't know. The stream is sponsored? No. No. I've never been sponsored by Grey Zone. Hello? Oh wait, that's in the... Oh, that's in here actually. You hear shots from a long way away. Does rolling in barbed wire give XP to PMC in this game? Unfortunately not. No barbed wire cheesing in this game. Factions do feel kind of pointless currently. There's no drive to progress with your faction or as a faction. Well, the progression... The creator test has removed the progression because you don't need to really make money. And you don't need to do any questing because you already have everything unlocked. So yeah. There's no point in this game at the moment, right? I'm just gonna click that off. I have like grouped up with people sometimes. People are quite, you know, people are incentivized to group up because you're on the same faction. Like there's a feeling of camaraderie.
All units, one of our patrols is under attack. Need assistance.
Anyway, so you're saying no drive, blah, blah, blah. Loot's also a bit lackluster. Yeah, the loot economy is really, really weak in Grey Zone. Complete all quest twice without barely buying an item. Loot just needs some purpose and rarity to give that Tarkov risk-reward feel. Yeah, I mean, I'm loath to say add barters for high-end gear based on items you find in the world. I'm loath to say that. It would work quite well in Grey Zone because there's no flea. So that would kind of work, but... Gigs, making the cubicle slightly more bearable. I have to go to work, see you during break if still on. I'm going to be on for another maybe 2.5 hours. I'm not doing a really long one this time.
Enemy forces have taken Diamond.
Enemy forces taken Diamond? Where even is Diamond? So this is one of the issues... Oh, here. So one of the issues I have is that it's not really that obvious to see where he's talking about. He's also talking about stuff like freaking miles away. Right, let's have a look through this hunting ground area. What's called dumping ground. Can we see any enemies? So I don't personally like the way that the aim within magnified optics works right now. So it's a bit strange because they don't seem to have any scaling based on how zoomed in you are. So no matter how zoomed you are, you always seem to have the same number, I guess the same angle turned with your mouse. So a lot of games don't do that. They decrease the sensitivity, which is the way I prefer it. Now, different people like different things. I prefer to have the sensitivity decrease as I zoom in, personally.
Eyes up.
That's my guy.
Nearby. Confirm targets before firing.
Who's this dude? Hey, what's up? Did you get blasted?
Yep, testing bots.
I got shot here as well, I think. Straight in the head.
No, at the front gate. I was testing them with the tier 3 basic gear and
Oh, nice.
got blasted.
I'm gonna see if I can take Bronco, maybe.
If I only had my guns, I could help you.
Where did your stuff end up? Or did you die twice?
Sorry? No. I'm gonna pick myself up. I know where and so on. By the way, have you seen this lock? Do you know the code for it?
No.
There's a padlock. You have to find the code, and as far as I know, it's randomized. Changes every now and then.
Oh, I see.
Nice addition.
Well, how do you change this? Oh, wait, so AD change number.
Take care.
Oh, that's cool.
Yep.
That is cool. Huh. Oh, wait, I didn't want to take that. Okay, that is pretty neat. What's it called? Unlock code. I wonder if you find it on a guy, or if you find it in a... Whatever. I'm not that bothered. The map is so huge now. I mean, the map was huge before. What do you mean? The map's always been big on this game. I wonder if it's on the bodies. He looted all the bodies, so... Mustn't be there. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know whether... Do we think that... Do we think that, like, fan-made barters would make sense at the traders? Like, right now it's all cash. I don't know whether that's good or not, though. Like, would a real PMC be asking you to find certain items? I don't know. There's a way... It's a difficult one. It's like, how do you want your economy to work such that the scarce stuff is scarce, but feels meaningful when you get it, but it doesn't feel impossible either? I feel like someone on the pages would sit there and punch in every combination until the padlock's opened. True. Well, it's not a bad idea. It does give that useful item. They're a real pain in the ass. I know. This is the thing. It's like you don't necessarily want to do that, right? How populated are the capture points? Like how many AI enemies? The big ones is quite a few. The little ones is about 3 or 4. Like these ones. This one is probably going to be maybe 8, maybe 7. Can't quite remember. It's interesting. I was trying to remember the hotkeys for this. Like hold down M. So little quick M brings up the short map, which you can zoom in and out of. Hold down M brings up the big map. I takes you to inventory. Tab takes you to whichever you're looking at last. Which I think I'd rather it just be the inventory. Graphics awesome. Wish to have the same graphics one day. I mean, you do have that impact on FPS too, right? I'm trying medium today. Doesn't seem to make that much difference, but... May as well eat and drink the stuff we found. It does look good though. Task looks good enough, just needs to be optimized. And only really on streets. Streets is the big problem. I haven't used grenades particularly yet. Don't know if that's good against the AI or not. I feel like it probably isn't worth it. Oops. Nope, no. Don't want to do that, no. Trying to remember what the hotbar was. Yeah, there we go. I always found the hotbar a little bit... found the hotbar a little bit confusing. But this is our friends. Got lots of people over Fort Nareth. Right, let's see. I think because of the setting in the jungle, they need this game to look the way it does. Oh, jeez.
Watch your right. Watch the left.
I'm going to whiz across the front. Where are they? You go very slow when you're leaning. Wait, who's firing like that? I don't have anybody... Are they just firing randomly, or like, what's the deal? Let's see what they've gotten to. I can't tell if they see me.
Hostile PMCs in active combat. Monitoring situation.
I think that must be AI.
Enemy spotted. Lock and load.
Okay, they do love to suppress.
Cover me. I'm reloading.
Ooh. Oh. Wonder if I can get out here.
Watch your right. Can't see them. Anybody know where they are? They're trying to flank us. Right side.
Okay. Now, where's the computer? Is it down there? Not sure. Might get killed by enemies at this point. Might be other PMCs coming in.
Enemy PMCs in direct engagement. Eyes on for potential openings.
Oh, there's one. Wait, that's not our...
Be aware, friendly units inbound. Check your targets.
I think that's the laptop. Here we go.
Objective secured. Bronco is under our control.
There, so now we own this. We own this point. Hello, hello. There we go. So yeah, it's about 7 or something enemies. And then you can kind of like take the stuff that they've got, you see. Because you're in your base now, you can like remove the ACOGs and things. Sell the M4s. Sell some other bits and pieces you might have. We've got to do it relatively quickly. Handshake. I'm probably going to sell one of these. Oh, this thing's like really busted.
Oh, it's enemy dumping.
Enemies coming, I think. So these guys are probably, they're going to come in now to try and take this back, you see. So I'm guessing they're going to be coming in from Delta 2. So So I'll probably be coming in this way some way. Really any vantage point is there. Oh, I got a tracker on them. Yeah, coming from Delta 2. Well, we thought that was the case.
I got one.
Dude, how do they know I was there? Oh, it's Fairlegs! No way! So you can actually respawn with a knife in the base. These guys are like right here. Felix is
Hostile PMC is engaging our unit.
Felix is arena guy.
RF.
Oh, is this a semi?
Enemy presence confirmed at night.
Oh no. Don't really fancy my chances against that dude.
Heads up, Bronco is taking fire. Contact. Bronco is under attack. Be advised, enemy forces have taken night.
I'm in.
Don't know which guy that was. The computer's there. Respawn time if you die. One of the cops doesn't seem to be. I wonder how silent you actually are. What's the ground zero? We don't know.
Enemy presence confirmed at Bronco.
Flex again. Okay, let's respawn in the base camp then. Funny. I wonder who I
got one
killed.
inside, yeah, on the roof.
I wonder who I killed. I wonder if I killed... So the funny thing is, I guess... oh no, there must... It can't have been... there must have been... I guess there were 3, right? And I killed 1. So... A squad style... Unable to spawn in contested fobs would be good. I think so. I think it's a contested. I mean, now that it's contested properly, you can't spawn on it. But I think if you... I think maybe if there's a PMC conflict zone there, I don't think you should be able to spawn on it, personally.
Attention. Bronco
How's these
is
cops
no
like a
longer
PvE?
under
Can anyone
our
defend the
control.
cops against other players capturing? I don't actually know. It says you can capture them. I'm not really sure what the mechanics are in PvE though. I don't really know. How's this thing run? Does it require a chunky PC? So I have a 5800 X3D and a 4070 Ti Super, which is the better part of my setup. Now, so this used to run at, with frame gen, it used to run at like 80 to 85 FPS with loads of input lag. It now runs at 120 FPS with no input lag at all, which is really, really, really nice. So it's a lot better than it was. But anything less than that, you'll probably start to struggle. You can lower the graphics quite a lot now. I'm getting a bit of flickering today. I didn't really notice this yesterday. What have I got this set to? I've got it on quality. It might be because I turned down some of these things. I'm playing on medium today rather than high. Just to see if I could squeeze a bit more performance out. Not that it was actually okay yesterday. Can I ask a question for Tarkov? Yeah, absolutely. Of course you can.
Heads up. Winchester is taking fire.
Have they fixed infill camping? You get 5 seconds of... The thing is,
Contact. Winchester
you get
is
5
under attack.
you get 5 seconds of
Hostile PMC engaged. Commencing offensive.
of invulnerability when you get off the heli. So that certainly helps.
Engagement confirmed. Enemy PMC under fire.
Maybe I should go back to this guy. I don't really want to play against Felix though. He's an actual beast. When's the AFT supposed to be back online? I don't know. I'm not sure. They delayed it for an hour. When do I get to play this update? It sounds like it's going to be soon after the creator playtest ends. So the creator playtest ends on Wednesday. I don't know yet. BCP FMJ has 37 pen and SIG FMJ has 36 pen. Yeah, the EFT ammo site lists BCP FMJ having less effective penetration against tier 4 and tier 5 armor. Why is that? Let's see. So, which type of BCP FMJ do you mean? Do you mean 762? This thing here. Oh, sorry, that's Stranger Blackout. Which type do you mean? This one? 762 by 51? Yeah, armor damage is what I was thinking.
Forces have taken Winchester.
So armor damage for... Yeah, so armor damage for this one is 56. For the spear... Yeah, let's have a look. BCP FMJ. So that's that one. Versus this. Oh, I see what you mean. So the 5 versus 4. So the armor damage here is 49. The armor damage on this one is 37. The damage here is 83. The damage here is 80. To be honest, I don't think it should. This is only a rough guide anyway, I would say. But I don't think it should. I think BCP should be slightly higher on this grading system. Because yeah, it is better. It's a better bullet in every way. Yeah, I can't see why that would be like that. I thought this was done by some kind of like, at least using a formula. I don't know why that would be. I don't know why it's like that. That's a bit strange. It doesn't take into account TTK. This I don't believe, like fire rate or anything, because it depends on the gun, right? Yeah, I think you're right. I think it should. I think this should either be the same or better. Didn't know about the armor damage stat too. Yeah, so that makes a difference because imagine your armor damage was 0. You would do the minimum durability damage. So if the armor damage stat on this was 0, then it would take you the durability of the armor's number of shots to get through, or at least excluding the pen thing. So that does matter sometimes. But yeah, in this case, I think you're right. I think you're right. I think it was formally related as well. Yeah, maybe there's just a mistake somewhere on this. I wouldn't worry about this too much. The place that makes more sense, if you go to Tarkov Gunsmith and go to the Ballistics simulator, what you can do, so this is automatically, there's automatically got a monoclete and a high-com soft armor on it, and you go to BCP FMJ and then you do multi-shot. This kind of will tell you a bit more accurately what's actually happening now. I don't think everything is perfect on this. I feel like I can't remember, there's something about blunt damage that's not quite right on this, but anyway, for each line it gives you the penetration chance and the armor damage. So you end up on, for this particular armor, the the plate ends up at 33 out of 40. Right, so you can see the number of kills. So 33 out of 40, 26 out of 40, and then on the third shot you might kill them 1 in 3 times. You'll kill them on that shot. 86% of the time they'll die by shot 4, and 100% of the time they'll die on shot 5, kind of deal. So you could swap that out for SIG. What's it called then? Must be called something different on this. Maybe it's just called FMJ. This uses the metric for all of them. And then you can do multi-shot for this one. So this was 003786, 00642. So you can see it's worse on the cumulative chance to kill for this one. So there you go. Right. So what we're doing now? So we've got this guy over here. Maybe we can take that back, or we take Knight or something. Where's this guy going? So 2 is going to Delta 4. Oh, he's going over there. See, I went into Mike before and then just ran over. Maybe I go Delta 3 or something. I need some more gear though. Name always been Gigabeef TV? Yeah, it's because Gigabeef is taken on Twitch already, unfortunately. A 3++. So these are the best ones, the plate 6s. This is just 3. That's okay. What's this one? 3A. So A is lower than 3. So this is slightly worse, but it is polymer. This one is steel. That's in the middle, and then this one is steel and ++. This one's like extra good. You can get quite a lot of these helmets from guards, though. So there's ways to get the level 3 helmets again. These are 3A again, so they're slightly worse than level 3, but yeah, you can get those from the guards. Same with razors as well. Right, what were we doing? So, what guns we got? So I have like some random M4s, still have some MCXs. These are M4s I took off guards, I think. Hey Giga, what's your verdict on the update so far? I think the update is really, really good. I think it's a really positive... maybe we get SVDing again.
PMC engaged. Commencing offensive.
Now, I think the update's a really positive update. I still am not sure whether it's going to be enough to, you know, make us play for like hundreds of hours, but they're definitely getting there. You know? We're definitely getting there. Right, I might go... I wonder if there's any way... maybe I'll go into Delta 2 again. I'm going to go into Delta 2 anyway, just on close. I'm going to see if there's a way that I can actually... Okay, we'll turn the laser on. Because with the laser, you can do this. I mean, you can't really see very well with it, but... better than nothing. Yeah, so the video of the update. So the update is really good. I want to see how it works in the wild when we're leveling at the same time. I think there might be some quite interesting PvP around the factions and around the various cops because of the quests that might happen. So imagine you've got quests over at Hunter's Paradise, right? You're going to want to take some of these cops to do your quest because otherwise you've got to travel back across. But it might be a bit of a fight with Crimson Shield, you see. Or these guys, LOI. So it's going to be interesting as to what the strategy is. You could take a cop like further away and then use the helos to fly across. Or you can just take the cops so you respawn, but you kind of need to defend them. It's a bit hard to know exactly what to do. But we don't have to do any of that right now because in the creator preview we've just got, you know, 100 grand given to us, like loads of endgame gear and whatnot. So it's actually... I didn't bring it back. It's actually much less important for us to, you know, retain our money and that kind of thing.
1 minute.
So it's going to be interesting to see what happens when it actually goes out into the wild, when the server's a bit more full and more populated. I am looking forward to how the game progresses for sure, and I think that there could be more layers over the top of this to make it even more interesting than it is now. I was talking a bit earlier about some brainstorming ideas that I had where like cops produce like influence points, and you could use those points to spy on enemy cops, to like order, you know, rebel like bandit attacks on other cops, that kind of thing, to make it a bit more. Because at the minute it's just like cops are there so that you can more easily respawn at them when you're doing tasks. There's not necessarily much point to them yet, but I think there could be. I wish I could get on this hill. Is that the mountain path? Maybe it's here. I'm going to try and go up the hill again. I want to see if I can actually see the people from where I am before. Hopefully I don't just get shot. This is the nearest LZ. Ow. Okay. I probably shouldn't have done that then. Oh, it's Felix again! Oh my god, I can't believe he was there. Right, where did I respawn? Okay, I'm over here. Alright. Dude, I've been killed by Felix 3 times in a row. Bag will just get you spotted and prone in a bush? Yeah, no, for sure. Right, let's take my last SVD. So we need to go and buy... I don't know what the difference is between these. I'll just buy these for the time being, because I know what they sound like. There's definitely glass smashing sounds there. Okay, just grab these things. Was it PKs I needed? Yeah. That's not our chopper. Whatever, we just gotta go, we've gotta go. What headsets didn't work in the last patch? Oh.
Engagement confirmed. Enemy PMC under fire. Eyes up, blue forces nearby. Confirm targets before firing.
Don't really have a vantage point or anything here.
Two hostile PMCs in active combat. Monitoring situation.
This dude's just like nailed my guy. I've got no sight lines really. See, I can't even see my friend. Like, I know where he is on the map, and I can't actually see him still. Just shows you kind of what the jungle warfare's like. Wait, oh, that's my mate. I did catch a glimpse of him there. That's my guy still on my left. Probably best off just leaving this way with everyone else.
Enemy PMC inbound. We're taking heavy fire.
Oh, he's actually getting shot. Wait, he got hit before, so maybe I need to... Let's go this way. He takes shots from ahead? Anyone up there?
We've got hostile contact. A rival PMC has been spotted.
This dude's getting nailed. It's that guy getting shot from. Can't see anything on him. Let's see if there's a way to get the sniper cover going. Where they're taking fire from. Straight ahead, it seems like. I wonder if I'm that, you know... Anybody over at this angle, we should be able to just kill. How's your arm stamina? Sounds like they're like this side. I'm gonna try and cycle this way a bit. Maybe I should cycle this way, actually. Cycle further north. Oh no, he got.
Heads up. You've
These
got
are
friendlies
AI.
in the area. PID before engaging.
He's like AI. Just gonna cycle around a bit further. We need to get somewhere that's actually gonna work for the SVD. Thought you were supposed to run the SVD unsuppressed. Exactly. I love it. Oh. I was hoping that would be more than the toilet. We looked in the game last night. What do they do? Because it was terrible now, playable now, but it isn't for me. Don't hop on it yet, because Winds of War hasn't actually released to the general public yet. This is an early creator test, so the optimizations have come in this version. They're not in the current public release version. If that makes sense. Oh, there's mortars going off and everything. It's freaking crazy out here. Game could kind of do with like mantling. I need some way to get up onto something. I'm not allowed up on that. Someone's like right here. I don't know if that's an AI or... Here's an AI. It's gonna keep going around. Anywhere I can get that makes sense from here. What's that? Ah! Kind of, if I could get into that building, that'd be really good. Let's see if I can get over there. How'd you get into the playtest update? For creator reasons. Like, you have to be a creator, basically. Wait, where did my... Oh, I didn't buy any PKs. That's annoying. And to see if I can position myself up in this house somewhere. Do you think this update will... I have to take off, thanks for the content. Hey, no problem, man. I think this update will revive the game. I was going to get this before I bought Tarkov. It's a different type of game to EFT. You know, it's not the same... It's not the same type of game.
PMC engaged. Commencing offensive.
This is not our chopper. Right, can we get in here? Ah, you can't open this. You need a key. Dude, that blows. Oh, mate, that blows. This was the vantage point that I was hoping for. Damn it. Key spawns in this compound around the house on... Ah! Yo, 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 friendly.
Sorry, dude, I didn't see your hands.
God damn it.
Stay still, bud. Stay still.
Okie dokie.
I got one of them just then.
Nice. I was trying to find somewhere to use this SVD.
You good?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, so around the
You were
house
running
on the
quite
table.
fast. I couldn't see your bands. Footsteps outside this wooden fence.
Okay, we're all right. Yeah, the scope sense just seems too much for me most of the time. Yeah, so keys ones around the house on the
Heads
table.
up, Titan is taking fire. Our personnel is under fire. Be advised, hostile PMC in the area. We need support now.
I think also around the front of the house.
PMC just opened
Like
fire
around here,
on our
maybe?
unit. Need support ASAP. All units, Titan has been lost.
Maybe I'll come out even further.
Enemy presence confirmed at Gladius. Hostile PMC spotted. Attack in progress. All units, Gladius has been lost.
We're trying to take Bronco back is what we're trying to do. And I'm trying to find some form of
Bronco is
high ground.
secured and fully under our control.
Oh, we took Bronco, nice.
Engagement confirmed. Enemy PMC under fire.
Maybe I can get up here? It's going to be a good... It's a lot of trees, though. Well, the game didn't even play it. Well, the thing is, buying the game to support the devs is one thing. Kind of getting to the point where you can actually play the game now. It wasn't the best before. Whereas now it's getting a lot better. Okay, this is improving. Maybe I can get up there. The only problem is I'm kind of along the line of Delta 2. Wonder, can I see in? Oh God.
No.
Yeah, definitely to refine the radio calls. I mean, absolutely, yeah. Can I just go back for a while, see how it is? Yeah, this game is a slow burn. This game is 100% a slow burn. So, you know, don't worry about just like having bought the game, check in on the progress, okay, nothing much has happened yet, you know. It's no big deal. You just check back in periodically on this one and see like what they've done. And just take it from there. The foliage is so thick, I can't see anything from my vantage point up here, unfortunately. When's this update live? I don't actually know. The devs haven't given a defined date yet. But I imagine it probably won't be much long after the creator preview, because unless there's something like really fundamental to try to fix that's like broken and is unveiled within the creator preview, they don't have much incentive of keeping it under wraps for ages. You know? People are kind of chomping at the bit to get involved.
Eyes on Bronco. Hostile activity detected. Contact. Bronco is under attack.
I mean, I'm like super
Eyes on
silhouetted, but
Bronco. Hostile activity detected.
I wonder if I can do anything useful from here. So my guy's to the left. That's my guy there. You can see from the blue. Might be a AI PMC, like guard. Every soldier in Vietnam. Yeah, I thought there might be a way. So that's another PMC guard. My guys should be off here somewhere. I'm not sure exactly where, but this is definitely better. Ah. Wait, was that? Then if that heli was just flying over the top. I guess so. PMC zone is still there. The guards aren't aggroed. Should we try a different angle? That's kind of interesting because you can see, I mean, I'm a huge disadvantage if I get C in here. I guess I could tuck myself further back into here. You can kind of, nearly. You can kind of see your way into, oh, what's this? Must have been an ally. Have they added the middle of the map yet? No, not yet. I seen on a few streams yesterday the fire looking 8-bit with the box around it. I mean, yeah, that's a bit annoying, yeah. I have seen that myself. But yeah, other than that, it's not been too bad. I said I've not seen a single person stream it raining. I've had it raining. It was okay. You ever see yourself setting dedicated time for this game in your career? I do, actually, yeah. It's the only reason that I give Greyzone as much time as I do. I think it could become good eventually. I think it's going to take a while. but I think it's going to become. I think it's going to be a good game. You tried nighttime? I don't like nighttime that much. I don't like nighttime anyway in games particularly. And in this, the MVGs are like really awful. They're like god awful. One cool thing about this spot is you can actually see over the road as well, which is this road.
Enemy PMCs in direct engagement. Eyes on for potential openings.
It doesn't actually tell you where, which is a bit annoying. Right? Let's try and have a look for some better vantage points. I can kind of be seen from behind here, but if I go here, okay, difficult to see me. That's not too bad. It's kind of unfortunate I can't see into the building. You can see the outside quite well though. Yeah, the middle of the map is not planned for a while, exactly. So that's going to come at 1.0. A bit like Tarkov's story. I wonder if there's a way to speed up the magnification. Because right now the scrolling on it is like really quite slow. Oh, my man's thirsty. Doesn't seem to be. Maybe that's the idea. High hopes for the game. Hope the devs can deliver. Just wish to get some more staff. Get the updates soon every 7 months. It is slow. It is slow, I will admit. Okay. Well, it seems like there's not really much going on. So let's just have a quick sneak around then and have a look where the other vantage points are. So we've got that. If we go up this side of the hill. Like using the SVD, it feels very difficult. That's got quite a good view of dumping ground. Waiting for the head eyes. Yeah, maybe that is a bit far. It's quite good from here for people who are trying to enter. Not too bad. That viewpoint, I think, is too high up. That's not ideal. Too many trees. I think this is probably the best place. Up here. Which is kind of this section around Delta 2. Okay, let's just head ourselves back down. Go and get some water. Do I have water with me? Oh, god damn it. I break my legs every 3 seconds in this bloody game. And they're just trying to be humble and they can keep the player count. Thing is, it's one of those things where people are obsessed with player count, but if a game's in development, that's just the way things are. Oh. Oh. Where's my hidey spot? Those trees are in the way. It's going to be breathing a bunch. And I'm thirsty.
Gold, please.
Yo, these nuts. Thank you for the prime. Changing zoning makes a big difference at range. Yeah. 200. What's it got up to? Whoa. 1,000. Was it Delta 2? Yeah. I'll have to like go and fix myself soon. Bit more slow pace like squad, yeah. Thing is, it needs a bit more to it, right? Hey, you can help the devs with some game design? I think you should. I mean, I'm gonna try, yeah. I'm gonna try. I've been giving them some ideas already. I know we chatted a bit already in the forum section. But yeah, I'm gonna give it a go. Love the slow pace, not loading to get up bombushed by PvP chat in 30 seconds. Yeah, now I wonder, so with these guys, that sounds far away. That sounds like...
Our personnel is under fire. Be advised, hostile PMC in the area. We
wonder where
need
they are.
support now.
I think there might be somebody just at Fort Narith.
Contact. Savannah is under attack. We've lost control of Savannah.
Oh, maybe that's something else then. I'm gonna go back in. Oh. How do I get back down here without dying?
Enemy presence confirmed at Bronco.
Oh.
All units, one of our patrols is under attack. Need assistance.
Oh, they've killed our guy. I wonder actually if you can see the laptop through the window.
We've lost control of Bronco.
I can't even see it. I didn't even see them at all. I need to go somewhere where there's actually like take control of all of our stuff.
Roger, Raven is in the air. I'm heading to Delta.
So that also the helicopters appear like much closer now. We need to get out of here. Please pitch the idea of a smoke signal extract as a super rare item. I'm more interested in like bigger mechanics that will change the overall
ETA
flow of the game, like the cop system. That's the kind of thing that is interesting to me, specifically. So, I was saying earlier about, like, some of the ideas I had. But about, imagine, I don't know, there's, like, lots of ways that you could do it. You could either have, like, the cops are connected by supply lines or something. They're, like, taking them all, aren't they? Well, the cops are connected by supply lines, and you could, like, cut them off. So then there's only so many reinforcements that you get if you're, like, at a cut-off cop. So you could strategically, like, cut off the enemy's LZs or whatever. The other things, the one that I think is more interesting is something like cop points, like cop influence points. So I'm still not sure. I've been brainstorming this. I'm still not sure whether the influence points should be like a faction-based thing, or whether it should be a cop-based thing. But it'd be something along the lines of, imagine each cop produces 1 influence point per second, and then you can spend that on stuff like, you know, paying off the locals. Say, like, you know, 100 cop points then. Or maybe a bit more than that. I don't know, whatever the balancing needs to be on it. You pay off the locals so that you can see how many points another cop has got. An enemy cop, to see whether you want to go and capture it or not. That's annoying, that doesn't actually work. Or maybe you could, like, send a bandit attack at another cop. That kind of thing. So it becomes, there's like a reason to capture the cops, not just for territory, but the territory actually means something. And the more cops you have, kind of the more influence you have on the map. You know, the more ability to influence the locals and get them to do stuff for you, that kind of thing. Should have slept another 2 hours because Taco update. Is it still not out yet? I wasn't intending to play AFT today anyway, but because, like, nothing's news coming with this update. The installation has been updated, except for now. Stay tuned for more updates. Was that it? That's all they've said. It's been 2 hours. Yeah, so that, okay, still. I'm glad that I wasn't intending to play today. But yeah, I think it'd also be cool if the cops could be upgraded as well. So you could have, like, so say this kind of cop. I don't know why it suddenly lagged. This kind of cop would be like a white, like, level 1 cop, something. And then you could have like a bronze, silver, and gold cop that'd be harder to take back. If you don't upgrade them, the AI can attack them, and after, say, maybe 2 or 3 AI attacks, and they revert to like a neutral cop, for example. But at like bronze, silver, or gold, they're harder to take, but they need more upkeep, something like that. And there'd be some sort of resource system. I'm like, I don't really want people at, like, a la squad. I don't necessarily want people to have to be like shipping stuff. I don't necessarily want people to having to be playing Logi, particularly. It's not really what I'm into. So the resource could maybe be tied to the influence points or something. I don't know. Do I even have any? I've got this. Let's use this. Let's stop my guy from just, like, dying. For a start. To buy some food and water. Okay. One of them. One of these things. The cops don't have a great deal of stuff around them in terms of items, so if you're not hitting actual locations, you're often having to go and like, buy water from the traders. Does it only mean the game looks more washed out now? I think you can probably change the saturation. I don't know, really. As you say, real grey zone warfare. Yeah, I think that'd be cool. Oh, and the weather. Yeah, because it's not, like, just sunny all the time now. So, yeah, those kind of mechanics I think would be cool. I'd like to see that kind of thing. You know, you're incentivized to do the cop. The cop thing becomes, like, the gameplay loop. These guys just complaining all the time. What do I need in here? What do I use up? Is it bandage, splint, a tourniquet, and then, oh yeah, the painkillers, that was it. Where's the cheap old Balin? Can you even get a balance from her? This one's Rads. This is PK's. Intoxication, -25. What's efficiency? 66%. Efficiency indicates the effectiveness of the pill to reduce pain. The higher the positive number, the better the efficiency. Increases stamina regen. I'm trying to remember what all these do. 50% injured organs, increased intoxication. 50% of bones, increased intoxication. This one is Adderall. Well, it does say here ADHD and whatever. Anyway, what should I be like? I normally have enough Ibalin from here. Do I just want like Melox or something? Maybe just get paracetamol. Even in my case, anyway. Okay, that's good enough for now. Any mechanics tied to weather, like increased dehydration or being too hot and cold? Don't know yet, actually. Yeah, don't make the game too tedious since you join different sessions each time you play. No, I agree with that. I certainly agree with you on that front. That's why I'm like being a bit careful about it. Like, you don't want it to end up becoming like, yeah, like Foxhole. Like I said this in the past. You don't want it to just become like Foxhole the game. I think, am I like the only person... Am I the only person on my faction on here? There's like one guy here. Oh no, we've got this guy who's just going to the main base. Maybe we should swap server. What's wrong with Foxhole? Nothing per se. It's just a very different game. It's just a very, very different type of game. And I don't know how much you would cannibalize the existing player base of this game. We're turning it into Foxhole. I feel like you could do with some more stuff like in Squad though. But I like the ideas behind games like that though, you know? Where you've got like supply lines and logistics a little bit to think about, but I don't think it should go like too over the top. Also, it's not a permanent server world like Foxhole is. It's more like Squad, right? Each session is its own kind of thing. But yeah, you kind of don't want to force people into playing Logi either. Oh, Hayes is here. Huh. It's funny. How did the game evolve since launch? I mean, now it's quite different. In terms of with these cops, but like ultimately they need to add some more stuff. There needs to be quite a lot.
Rival contractors exchanging fire. Standing by. Contact made with enemy PMC. Engaging now.
Yeah, so previously it was basically just questing. You had to go back and forth on the base camp all the time, which was really, really painful. Whereas now it's a lot better because you don't need to do that. In short, You don't need to do that constantly, because that was the way it used to be. What's this one? 9, 16. This is kind of the main bag, I think. So, yeah. Like, it was just questing, going back and forth from the main base. Now you can hand in most of the stuff on the phone. The COP system means that you can capture terrain like this, so you can respawn at those areas. We've actually captured a lot of this, it seems, on our team. So if I spawned over here and then died over there, then I could respawn back up here. You've also got stuff like, yeah, the day-night cycle, and the weather is now in place, so that it's not just always the same, which is pretty cool. But yeah, there needs to be certain, yeah, there needs to be world-based activities. I agree. There's like some things like this where you have to do certain missions as a squad. I've not tried these yet. These seem to be like dynamic quests, but I think there need to be more dynamic quests based around the cops as well. And as I was saying a minute ago, I think there should be more. I think there should be a cop system. There should be more of a cop, like, I don't know, some kind of system over the top of the cops. Either supply lines, upgrading cops, you know, some sort of resource sink to upgrade cops to give it more meaningful impact of territory control, or maybe it could be something along the lines of cop influence points that you can then, you know, spend to get information about the enemy, or to like launch bandit raids on other people's cops, like stuff like something like that. I feel the game could do with that over the top, in my opinion. But yeah, the fact that the game runs quite well now, and you don't need to get back to the base camp all the time. Like, they've fixed some of the real core issues that made the game like really painful. So now they can just build from here. I think this is good. Level 3 cop gets you geared guns for cheap, similar to Vulture. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm not sure. Or like maybe you could even just give people cash and stuff. I'm not sure. I don't really know what the good idea is, but chance of PvP makes it good. Yeah, I mean it's a lot better for PvP. And as I've said a couple of times now, you don't necessarily have everything in the game right now. We have all the vendors unlocked in this creator test, just so we can try out all the stuff. And that means that we've got nothing to actually task for right now. But when you're going to start again, when the game wipes, which it will do with this wipe when it comes through for full access for everybody, all the creators will wipe as well. We'll be back doing the starter tan for a couple of hours, which they've streamlined, so it's no longer 5 hours, it's now 2 or so. It makes it a lot easier because you don't have to go back to base all the time to hand in all the quests. Then we'll be out in the world, but if you're trying to do stuff around Hunter's Paradise, you're going to have to go over to the LZ, maybe take a cop so you don't have to fly back out all the time, but then there's going to be PvP around the cops, right? So it's going to be good. For some reason, no one seems to pay attention to the real-time tasks. I think it's an interesting mechanic. Me too. I think it's because you have to do them as a squad, maybe. Is maybe the reason. Maybe I'll try and go over with like BQ this guy. I've seen this guy a few times. BXQPXD. I've seen him on a couple of times. Oh, Amnesia. I like this guy. He's fun actually. I played with him yesterday. He was quite fun. But the helicopters come way more quickly now, and because people aren't just using the helicopters to go back and forth continuously. Oh, it's actually nighttime. Let me swap over to this. The night vision in this game is really bad, by the way. This is the best one, and it's still really, really hard to see anyone. Probably shouldn't be using the SVD, but never mind. Got a hot take, Gigabeef, and kind of question? Go for it, Zeppy. Do you know, with the new way of handing in quests, if it requires an item, do we still need to return to base to hand them in? I am not sure, actually, whether you need to return to base. We could try and do one of... I have a quest like that. We could try it to see whether you need to return to base or not. I have a feeling you can hand them in at the COP. I feel like cops are maybe a little bit OP. Maybe? I don't know. Hate to be a broken record. Do you know when the release update will roughly be? After the test ends, I imagine it'll be soon, unless there's some huge problem that they have to fix. It doesn't make sense otherwise for them to delay it, but I don't know. They haven't given anybody a date. Do you need nods for right now? No, not right now. I don't need them right now. But given it's so overcast, it's going to get quite dark. You're right in some ways, Zappy, yeah. But it's something that devs can't really control. Oh boy. I'm so like helo people like right here.
We're getting close. 30 seconds.
Don't think too hard, better hardware, better PC. Yeah, I mean it's true, right? You have better the frames win games. That's what they say. Obviously that's the case up to a point, but yeah, like playing Tarkov on a machine that can't hit 50 FPS or 60 FPS on the streets is like really rough, right? For example, it makes that really, really tough.
Move out.
If you don't need immersion, you can do the gamma trick from Tarkov here too. I mean, I have my gamma on already, so most of the time I haven't really needed nods yet. Given that I'm a gamma person, it did seem that the nods just made things worse so far. But I haven't had it really, really, really super dark yet. There's always been moonlit. Notice any graphical sacrifices to improve performance, or they just optimized better? No, they've just optimized it better.
Enemy PMCs in direct engagement. Eyes on for
I guess
potential
the
openings.
sacrifices is the frame gen, but that was the case previously, so I don't think they've sacrificed that. Like the game was intended around frame gen from the beginning. They basically added like 30%, 20% FPS, base FPS. It's good. Like it's good actually. They kind of played it down, but that has a huge impact on frame gen too, right?
Is under attack.
Like I can't tell. Where's Knight? Oh here. I can't tell that frame gen's on from a latency perspective. Downloaded the game again. Excited to play this, but download again. That
We've
bit coming.
lost control of Night.
I've been waiting to play, but it's a long wait. Yeah. Oh. Okay, that doesn't really help. If there's anything in here. Could really do. Ah, you know what I've got on this? I have this thing. So with the nods on, we've got the IR laser. No, not a flashlight though. Just keep the regular laser on. I can't see much. So this is when the nods actually do work a bit, at least. What's this? Oh, 45 JHPP. I don't think that you can get this stuff. I don't think you can buy this stuff off the trader. But yeah, so like look now. So especially in these areas, like trying to find stuff, you can see without it. You're probably still better off. You're still probably better off without it. But can you turn this off? I think you can turn the oil lamp off. Yeah. You know, you can definitely look for loot better. Whether that's better for PMCs, enemies, I don't know. Fire seems to be working. So I probably wouldn't be able to see somebody in there.
Contact made with enemy PMC.
Like if I was sat in here, someone's going to find it very hard to see me without nods. What if they plan to release more maps? I wouldn't have thought so. I'm a bit concerned that there might be somebody here. Those guys are already dead. Actually, my guy was here before, so maybe it's okay. Yeah, major points of interest for sure. Like they've already changed quite a lot about the POIs in this game, and added more POIs to the map, so it actually feels like you want to move through the world. So, are the codes to play this beta only for streamers, or can anyone play? They're only for streamers, I believe. They gave them out specifically to people. Should be hidden tasks from a map on a table or wall. Oh, nice. Yeah, see, I haven't played much Grey Zone for a while. Move through the tree line. We probably will be able to take this without attracting any attention, I would imagine. There's a Bronco. Bronco's always under attack. Yeah, I'm kind of regretting taking the SVD, but is what it is. But yeah, I can't imagine it's going to be too long. Like, we know that they've said there's a drops campaign coming up as well for the game, so I don't think we'll be waiting too long for the update. Oh. PMC is fighting in Fort Narith. I wonder if it's worth getting on the high ground. Is that at me? Oh, that isn't me. Jesus. I've been spotted by the AI. Okay, bad idea. We'll see if we can just take the cop. Last patch, I think there were 4 hidden tests to find throughout the whole map. Nice. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, just tasking in this game has never really interested me, and I've said that from the word go. You know, there needs to be new and updated and more interesting mechanics in order to make me want to play this, you know? That's why the cop thing interests me in particular, and it's why I hardly played any night ops. Because I don't really like night anyway. I'm not really a nighttime player. And I was just, yeah.
Enemy presence confirmed at Cobra.
Not excited to do all the quests that this game has to offer when it's just fighting against, like, AI and...
Contact. A hostile PMC is engaging our unit. Requesting QRF.
Hey, no problem, Tony. Yeah, I hope people will be able to play soon. I personally think it's a bit short-sighted to gate the player base so much. I think they should have released it to everyone at the same time. Or, you know, maybe giving it to streamers a day or two early, offline.
Eyes on Cobra. Hostile activity detected.
Or maybe, like, one day or something. One day, like, I don't know. I don't know, like, it's hard to know. Maybe one day early, and then bam, everyone gets the test. Sorry, gets the release update. I'm not sure. I don't really like the streamers, like, specific thing, particularly. I've said this before though. I've been vocal with the Grey Zone guys previously. I've told them I don't really like it very much. Doesn't mean I'm not going to support them, right? But I just don't agree with it that much. They haven't even announced when the release is coming. No, exactly. But given that it's the creator, you know, preview now, I can only imagine that it's not far away. Otherwise, that would be ultimately stupid. Dude, this is like really not SVD territory, is it? I like can't see crap. Oh, you can't actually see through the can't see the scope with the nods on. I think it's weird. The game's in EA. We all know it's EA. The addition to the update. I think it's to be expected. Maybe. I think they're just trying to like manage the fact that the game has got very little player base right now, and they're just trying to manage that the best they can. I kind of get it. I feel like it's come at a bad time as well. Like the context that it's come in, which is basically you know, Marathon has kind of burnt a lot of goodwill with the whole like alpha, like watch creators play in the alpha and you might get a code to play it yourself kind of deal. I feel like Marathon sort of burnt a lot of goodwill with the broader extraction shooter.
Rival contractors exchanging fire. Standing by.
Okay, it's not on me, at least. So I feel like it's kind of come at a bad time. Oh yeah, I can't ADS. Still can't ADS.
Direct engagement. Eyes on for potential openings.
Oh god, this guy right there. I don't want to do this as fast as you can.
Objective secured. Savannah is under our control.
Okay, we've got our boys now. Right. Yeah, to say nothing of the stolen artwork. No, exactly. Where were these dudes? Where did I drop these guys? Actually, kind of hard to see where they even died. Was it further around? Oh, there's one of them. You can make a little bit of money selling these guys stuff. Like I'm perpetually losing money because I'm just buying stuff from the vendors. I'm like not really making money doing anything in particular. I'm trying to use as much stuff as I can just from the stash, but there we go. Helps a little bit. SVD, CQB all the time, every time? Yeah. We've also got insane AP ammo with this minute. Uh-oh. I wonder if I stand out here or not. Because that was not our chopper. At least this bit's open for once. Where would I go if I was them? Around the edge? And then break in along this tree line. See if we can spot them. It's hard though, the MVGs are not very good quality. These are the good ones too. When's the new update? We don't know yet. We don't know when it's going to be released. I reckon it will be shortly after the creator preview. The only issue that I have in some ways with the gameplay on this is that you can just kind of sit. I guess it becomes a bit more dynamic. It's quite mill simmy, so it's quite campy in many ways. It would be nice if the little bird dropped in the NPCs with 50 cows to clear the air on camp. Yeah. We could be going somewhere else. Maybe they're going a different direction.
Heads up. Cobra is taking fire.
Where's Cobra? Oh, down there.
All units, one of our patrols is under attack. Need assistance.
I don't see these dudes. Maybe they went somewhere else. Wasn't this game quite realistic? Don't expect optics to work. Red dots or hollows? Yeah. Any personal incentive to defending cops? Obviously your team keeps the outpost, so you rewarded anyway. Not really, no. That's why I wish that there were some other systems that they could add later to fix that problem. If they were going to appear, would they have appeared already? Yeah, it's milsim intentionally so. Yeah, I know. So there's quite a lot of just like sitting, chilling. Obviously, you don't have 100,000 GCW, but how do you feel about the health and armor system versus CFT? It honestly feels quite good now. Hard to say yet. It used to feel really bad. Who's this? Oh, it's Hayes.
Be advised, friendlies in your AO. Watch your fire.
I wonder where they would have been going other than Savannah.
Our personnel is under fire. Be advised, hostile PMC in the area. We need support now. Hold your fire. That's one of ours.
A what? Oh wait, that's like PMC AI. Okay, so he doesn't appear on the TAC map. Oh, you learn something new every day. I was like, I'm sure that I'm not shooting. Thought you had him there. Wait, what the hell happened? Someone just got nailed. By like a nade?
All units, one of our patrols
Oh no,
is
maybe
under
not.
attack. Need assistance. Enemy presence confirmed at Titan. Hostile PMC engaged. Commencing offensive.
Here's someone.
Enemy presence confirmed at Savannah. Night is secured and fully under our control.
Someone over here, I swear. PMC in the area still. Yeah, definitely. Wish I had a CQB gun, no.
That's exactly right. I do have an unplanned, yeah.
No, you do not. Nice try, man. Nice try.
Wait, what is going on here?
What do you mean?
What do you mean? What do I mean?
Where's your armband?
Like on my fucking arm.
No, you don't have one either. Why?
You're a fucking. Wait, let me
What?
look at your patch. Hold up.
Hold up.
That's fucking Mithril, isn't it?
Is it?
Fuck yeah, yeah.
Eyes up, blue forces nearby. Confirm targets
It's a meaty
before
fucking
firing.
bastard. Oh,
You gotta try anyway, alright.
dude, this game is fucking fun. The PvP update is great.
I'm glad you're enjoying it.
Oh, are you one of the devs?
Who, what? Who?
The one that just died.
No, I'm not dead.
Oh, okay.
Any PFCs?
Hello, my friends. Friendlies.
Yeah,
only
yeah,
friendlies.
yeah.
We got a hostage.
You got a hostage?
We had a hostage. He died.
Oh, Hayes.
He tried to be a sneaky little bastard.
Do you know,
Rival
how they
contractors exchanging
do
fire.
you know where you
Standing
can
by.
find a lot of PvP? Like more than one PMC?
Be advised, enemy forces have taken Savannah.
I got him.
Oh no, because
Motherfucker!
I should have shot earlier before I got before they like
I got him.
before the thing changed.
Yes. So
How did he kill me so fast though? Jeez.
You can respawn here once you get to the point.
He didn't even know I was there. Yeah, half the world for a nade, exactly. Oh well. Furlex again! Oh my god, Furlex literally kills me in every server, every single time. Oh my word. Well, I tried.
Yeah, I think my teammate just shot me in the face.
No, I'm pretty sure they were enemies. They were Crimson.
They were, yeah. I tried to kill them, but Furlex. Literally, I have only died to Furlex today. It is
Well,
it is insane.
fair,
The dude's cracked,
He's a nutter. Yeah, of
but
course. Yeah.
he's the only person that I run into. I've swapped servers. I've literally died to him 4 times in a row. It's insane. The dude, wherever I am, Furlex finds me and kills me.
That's actually kind of strange.
Like, I know, it's absolutely insane. The guy's so good. Like, literally, I was like crouched with an SVD. They were all talking to you. They're just capturing the thing. I like fire and take one of them out. He just instantly deletes me. I was like, he had no idea I was even there. I was like in a bush with SVD. The guy's so good. It's actually unreal. Can you recover from coming without a teammate? No. No, you need a teammate to do it. I was kind of regretting taking the SVD as well.
Yeah, it's a little bit magnified.
Yeah, a little. Right. Maybe we do MP7.
I'm just trying to work out how to suppress this AK.
I think
The
they
modding
took...
system in this game needs a little bit of work.
Yeah. Apparently they took the PBS off Gurney, I think it was. So I think it's actually quite hard to do now.
Engagement confirmed. Enemy PMC under fire.
Did Artisan have one? 15. I swear Gunny used to have one. Dude, I'm fed up with Furlex now. The guy's too good. I can't play against him. He's too good. He's way better than me. I met Furlex in Hanover. Right, let's buy some bits.
Of Cobra.
I keep running out of headsets.
I've seen some weird
Gigabeef beefing with Felix. Right, he's beefing on me for sure.
What are you guys up to?
Trying to figure out this gear situation.
Yeah.
I had some MVGs on. I don't like them. I don't know what ones they were, but they weren't very good.
They're all realistic, but
We're under attack. Hostile DMC spotted.
Jesus.
God.
Be aware, friendly units inbound. Check your targets.
This is not good. In agony, oh dear. And it seems like you're a suppressor sniper, dude. Who might be net calibers only. Yeah, kind of, yeah. Hey, he's just got, like, deleted. So did Battered. My guy's not in a good way.
Enemy presence confirmed at night.
We just need to leave. We can't win this. I'll just surgery my brain. Be alright. Oh, I should have done my stomach first, never mind. Dude, getting hit by a grenade really is not good. Yeah, the game is notifying people of way too much
Night is
engagement.
taking fire.
Yeah.
Attention. Night is no longer under our control. Eyes on Titan. Hostile activity detected.
Extraction and Milsims have different audiences, but agree a lot of good games. Yeah, there's a lot of good stuff coming right now. It's good though. Gives you a lot of good ideas for doing stuff as well.
Our personnel is under fire. Be advised, hostile PMC in the area. We need support now.
He is not happy. Do yellow injuries fade away as time passes? I don't think so on organs. I think you have to actually heal them. What an agony? Yeah, the agony's gone away. It's just hurt now, thank God. He's used a whole surf kit.
Titan is under attack.
These guys are literally just steaming through. I don't want to fight against Felix. He just kills me every single time. Okay, is that nauseous? Okay, well, we need to somehow get out of here. Will we take back night, maybe? Probably. I should probably take the painkillers. Health system looks fun. It's quite, yeah. It's more intricate than EFT in some ways. You don't have health. You just have organs. So I might still like all the weird stuff has gone away. Oh, I've got the old double vision, which is not ideal. But what's this on? I'm nauseous, so that the whole like picture's swimming. Light bleeds go after some time, but -1 liter of blood. Painkillers must be OP because if you never play. I mean, you're just pretty much dead if you are in that bad of a situation.
We've lost control of Titan.
wonder if I can even take night back fast enough. It's like hit and run. God, we've got so many enemy helos coming over. Wait, one of them's ours. This is not ours, though. Oh, no, it's another PMC. Goddamn. It's still at the cop. Yeah, I didn't have any more search kits. That was the issue.
Hey, got a body over here.
I'm gonna get owned at Cobra, aren't I? Is that one too old? Yeah. Just got in it. Anything? Oh, it doesn't even have anything in here.
This fucking island. What the hell is going on here?
Wonder where the rest of my dudes are. They're probably coming for us soon. Can't loot faction members without penalty? Ah, that's true. Yeah. I wonder where everybody went. Where's the rest of my faction? Are they back in the base camp?
Enemy PMC inbound. We're taking heavy fire.
Huh. Anyway, I should probably gear up. Just take one of these M4s. I wonder how that feels actually with I'm just gonna run like one of the basic plates.
I'm not sure what to think about that handshake fella. He's all smiles, but I don't trust him one bit. If you ask me, he doesn't give a shit about us. I'm not sure what to think about that handshake fella. He's all smiles, but I don't trust him one bit. If you ask me, he doesn't give a shit about us.
Nope, that's not what I meant to do. The keys are very slightly different for split. God, it's dark. Maybe no ACOG. Where was the other ones? Were these? These are this one dot, which weren't very nice. This thing was quite good.
This fucking island. What the hell is going on here?
How did you put this on? Trying to see how you put the flashlights on, because against these star ones I think you need where's the flashlights gone? So we've got NC Star Light.
Smoked us, we're no amateurs. Leagues above the
That won't go on my gun.
fuck are they?
Do I need like a little M-lock maybe? If I take M-lock and the NC Star Light. Does that let me put this on here? It does. Okay, cool. Kind of annoying that my guy's hand's in the way.
He's all smiles, but I don't trust him one bit.
Wonder how much impact this outpost have on new players? Yeah, I don't know actually.
Man, I've seen some weird stuff in my life, but nothing beats this fucking.
Oh, I'll go for the full surgical kit.
What the hell is going on here?
Splint and the bandage again.
I'm starting to wonder if it's worth the risk. God, I'm a fucking shit star.
Okay. I got everything? Maybe we just try and take Titan with the other guys.
There's something out there, man.
My game used to work at 70 to 20 FPS still playable for the first 2 missions. Kind of crazy, not gonna lie. Wait, did Hayes die already? Maybe not. Are they just on top of each other? Oh no, Hayes is there. It's like over here somewhere. Who's fighting? I don't think I've figured out the...
Enemy presence confirmed at Cobra.
Yeah, I knew they were going to take Cobra next. I still don't feel like I figured out the meta of like how to actually fight other players in this game yet.
Contact. A hostile PMC is engaging our unit. Requesting QRF. Be advised, enemy forces have taken Cobra.
Wonder who was here. Maybe we should ignore them. See if we can go back and take Titan or something. Hey Giga, how does the game feel? I want to buy it, but I heard it's too unpolished. It's a lot better than it used to be. I still don't know. It depends on what you want out of a game. If you want to try it and be kind of like part of the thing before it becomes a fully working title, then I would say that's fine, and it works quite well for that, and it's good for that. The game actually, it depends on what system you have. The game actually runs now. You can actually play it. Previously, I just didn't think you could really play it. The frame gen was terrible, and it was just very unoptimized and just didn't really work very well. Now, I mean, I have a 5800 X3D, so I'm still on the old AM4, although it's still, you know, mid to high range, with a 4070 Ti Super, which is, again, a good card. It's got 16 gig of VRAM. It's not top-end streamer system. And as you can see with frame gen, I can run it at 100 to 110 FPS, and I don't feel any input lag at all with the frame gen. Feels good, looks good. So I'm pleasantly surprised by this update, actually. I think this update's like really helped the game significantly. And I think it's a lot better. Now, whether the game loop is there is the question. I still don't really know. You know, the game loop is better than it was, definitely. Because it used to be just like Tarkov-style questing in an open-world sort of map. I play it for 1440p. So it used to just be Tarkov questing in a, like, in a, you know, an open-world style map like this, and having to go back to base all the time. That's improved a lot. There's a lot of quality of life that's come with this update. And the COP system, this system that we're kind of doing now, like, no one's really, well, I don't think anyone should really be questing in the creator preview, because we've got all the traders unlocked, so you don't really need to. I did a little bit of it just to test out what it's like going around the start stand again, and that was alright. But broadly speaking, it's not, you know, there's now more to do than just quest, and I think the two systems will work together quite well when it launches, but it's hard to know what that's going to be like because we haven't had to quest in this preview. So, I don't know, the only thing is like, there's not really that much loot. Like, the loot system isn't, I wouldn't say it's particularly well, an enemy chopper. I wouldn't say the loot system feels particularly appealing. It feels very sparse. Wish it would give you any start to gain level 1 traders. That would make things more interesting. Well, we'll see that when the game wipes. So the creator update is until, or the creator preview at least is until, I should probably actually just take these guys out if we can.
Eyes up, blue forces nearby. Confirm targets before firing.
I wonder whether they're coming to Titan. Where else could they go? Not really anywhere else for them to go. But yeah, so the loot's not very rewarding, I would say. That's broadly still the case. Although I've not done much running into the sort of AI hotspots, but I still don't think it's that rewarding. PvP itself is not necessarily that rewarding, so the game loop is better now because of this COP thing, but it's sort of, still begs the question of like, what's it all for? But it's a really good foundation for what's to come. Started finding something I didn't see before, like DLSR camera, certain jewelry. Yeah, I found some jewelry, several $100 each. Yeah. What I want is skill progression. Great input, I'll try it. Seems like a breath of fresh air instead of Tarkov. Hopefully improved gun mechanics, more realistic like Tarkov. I mean, it is much more mil-simmy. You know, in Tarkov, you're kind of like a one-man army.
Hostile PMC spotted. Attack in progress.
Oh, damn. Our guy just got freaking deleted. There must be PMCs at Titan. Maybe they came round from Mike 3. But yeah, they have added some high-value loot. So that does exist on the map now. But yeah, it's just still very limited, right? The game's still early. It's 1 year after it launched into early access. A lot of the stuff that they've been fixing is to do with performance and I guess updating this COP system and stuff. But they've been adding like the day-night cycle. They've been adding the weather. There's like a lot of things that they needed to fix, and then optimization, obviously, to make it graphically like playable, which they've done. So now that they've done that foundation, there's a base to work with, you know. So hopefully at this point, obviously they're going to carry on working on optimization and stuff, but like they don't need to do those things again. They can now work on the gameplay and like the lore and the story and all the other stuff that's like interesting about the game, not rather than just like technicals. I feel that's kind of what they.
Heads up. Spielberg is taking fire.
I feel like that's what they've.
Spielberg.
I feel like that's what they've had to work on recently. Is
Contact. Spielberg is under attack. Enemy presence confirmed
just
at
technicals.
Spielberg.
But now they've got the technicals sorted, for the most part, they can now start working on the more interesting stuff as well. So what makes Tarkov good? You have high risks, high rewards, no help coming. You have to make difficult
Our
decisions.
personnel is under fire. Be advised, hostile PMC
And the thing is with
in the
Tarkov,
area.
with
We
like
need support
leveling your
now.
character, the traders, reputation, quests, hideout, and then the economy and the flea, there's a lot to like. There's a lot in EFT. There's a lot to do, and there's a lot to want to, you know. Get better gear for. Is that a... Those don't have open market. No. So this is the thing, you know, it's like, that's fine. And in some ways that actually even solves some problems. Not having a flea market or anything like that. But, oh man. Okay. Yeah, so that's the thing, it's like, you don't have the flea, so you lose that mechanic. That fixes some issues because you don't have to worry about... You don't have to worry so much about like found in raid, quest items, like barters being purchased through... Like the game doesn't have barters either. You don't have to worry about people just like farming up all the best gear because you can buy it on the flea. There's lots of things that you avoid by not having that in, but it then means that you need to be able to find the gear in a different way. Like gear acquisition, just being purely through the traders, which it kind of is right now, I think is okay, but I feel like the world still needs to have more stuff. I think that with a flea-less game, you could do with having like more things in the game. And like, yeah, you can go and find like the basic stuff from the grunts or whatever. But I do think like the loot boxes are like few and far between on Grey Zone, much more so than EFT. It feels more like DayZ or something, which is okay. I actually haven't played enough Grey Zone like 0.3 to know exactly how you're supposed to make money in this game. Like you start off with 100k, so like we've got max traders and I'm not really questing or anything, so we're just losing money for sure. But starting at level 1 when the wipe happens on this game, I'm actually, I'm not experienced enough to know exactly what I would do to get more money right now. Always have a couple of objectives seemingly in reach, and the PvP is in the way of your objective. PvP was always game good, despite almost never being the point of the raid. Kind of, yeah. Sarkov says it's frustrations, but it's key to holding long-term interest. I know it's got just enough tension to make it work, but enough progression to make you always feel like you're working towards something, I feel like the clip of you getting randomly tapped as walking around trying to elaborate a new explanation should go in the video. I'm not anti this game, just disagree with them launching into early access last year. They had to. They were going to run out of money. So we just got to give them time. Trading between factions would be cool? Maybe. Something like open market, give a sensation of importance to loot and surviving. Yeah, they need some more stuff. Why play this game over DayZ currently? No reason. I would just play DayZ. Yeah, honestly, you should, right? Yeah, the gameplay loop is always self-contained within DayZ. Yeah, DayZ is like, the thing is, DayZ has been, like, when did DayZ, like, Armor mod launch? I was playing that as a teenager. So, we're talking like 20 years or something. But you're right. That doesn't make you wrong. But that's why we just need to wait on this game. Yeah, like 2000 and, like 11 or something. Like, it's freaking mad. It's mad. It's like 15 years or something. It's actually insane. I'm actually going to go and check it out. I'm going to find out. When did DayZ
All units, Spielberg has been lost.
Armor mod launch? Yeah, 2013. So, yeah, it's like freaking 22 years ago. you know, these guys like were kind of forced to release this earlier than they would have liked to raise cash to then fund the studio. Doesn't mean that it's, yeah, people are obliged to play it, of course. No, not 22. Not 22. But yeah, like 12 years. Like that's a long time. Yeah, so people aren't obliged to play the game because like, oh, it's only been out for a year or whatever. But yeah, they had to launch it because of money. They sold enough copies now to fund the studio for like, you know, a number of years. They sold like 1 million units. Like, it's crazy. They actually did insanely well, given the state of the game, which I would say at 0.1 launch was poor, just by necessity. So they actually did amazingly well to make that work. And to get that much money in. So now they're going to fund the game until whenever. Like, if you've seen the roadmap, this bad boy goes out to 2027. And that's pre-release, right? So the release is, I don't know. I guess the idea is, you know, this is this one, spring 2025, fall, spring 2026, fall, spring 2027, release. So you imagine the release is due August or something, like, I don't know, September, October, whatever, like 2027. That's the idea. But that's like over 2 years away. They've got all this other stuff to put in the game first. So yeah, this is a long way away. So it's one of those things, like, right now, the other games are superior to this, for sure, because the gameplay loop is just not developed enough. A release date for the new update? Not yet, no. Taco community starved competition. It's a huge market for early access games to make money. It's hard. The problem is it's just so hard and complicated to make these games. That's half of the battle here. That's half of the problem, right? It's like, it's actually just really tough to make these games. In the first place.
All call signs, we've taken control of Titan.
Hey. It's hard to take these points if somebody's in there already, I would say. Yeah, if you just have to money make a half-assed early access game, sell it and run with the profit. I mean, you genuinely could, I think, if you have a good premise. But I mean, obviously you'll burn your bridges for all time if you actually want to do anything, right? It's like, that was kind of one of the good things about Madfinger in some ways, because they already are an established studio for at least mobile. So they have like a bunch of mobile titles, those guys. So they didn't want to just like burn it or whatever. Good premise to take the opportunity when you're rather having a self-induced meltdown. The thing is, they actually wanted to release prior to that. I do actually believe them, because they ran out. They didn't have any more. They didn't have any cash. They said this. They had to release. And they were going to release earlier, but it was in an even worse state, and they actually couldn't. So they had to delay it slightly, and then it just sort of ended up working out around DFT. But yeah, I mean, it was fortuitous for them that it happened around Unheard Edition. But like, it's sort of, I don't think that it was ever really ideal for them to release it in the state that it was when it was in 1.0, right? So 0.1, because that game was quite bad compared to how it is now, for sure. People throw money at you. Now look at that. What was that other one called? What was that freaking... That other one called The Day Before or something, whatever it was name is. I forget. Like that. People figure out like where the link is. It depends on whether you get found out or not. The Bird Bridge being sold how it was, to be fair. I mean, exactly, right? People were like refunding the game, they couldn't play it. So it wasn't an ideal stage to actually release the game in.
Just opened fire on our unit. Need support ASAP. Enemy presence confirmed at Eagle.
See, there's actually no time to... One of the only things about this is no real time to respond here.
We've lost control of Eagle.
Like, you get told, like, even if you're kind of close, there's just no chance you could go in and do this. If someone storms one of these little mini-cops, there's just no way that you can respond at all. I'm still trying to figure out what exactly to do. I'm not very good at PvP in this game. No, I think this update is good. I think this update is a good update, personally. I think it's a good update. Maybe try the shotguns. Yeah, the thing is, I'm going to have to go soon. Let's just go into the starter town and try out the shotties or something, because I can't really... should we buy one of the... Well, like just a cheaper one, MA70. What are the differences between these guys? Go into the starter town and just like blast some stuff, see what happens. Which one's the A's? That's the plus. That's an A. That's a plus plus. It's a 3. Plus plus. It's plus. Yes, I guess it's this one. Got to wear something in the starter town, or the AI just absolutely nails you. Right, we'll just try and quickly get in and do something at least. What can we buy ammo-wise? Slug. What's the difference between this? Buckshot. What's this one? Tighter shot patterns. Improved accuracy. I guess we'll just buy the normal one. See what that's like.
Engagement confirmed. Enemy PMC under fire.
I will buy a bag just because. Wait, do I not buy that? I find the trade system a bit annoying actually. I wish there were more hotkeys. Unless I'm missing something. Tech belt. Actually, am I even going to be able to use this thing? I guess it's fine. Yeah, in the starter town they don't have armor, exactly. There's lots of people in the starter town. Well, maybe let's go up to Bravo 3. Let's just give it a quick try. Midnight stuff. Yeah, I don't really have time for that. I've got to go very soon, so. Seems like it'd be a good idea to play with 2 of your friends. Yes, for sure. Hey, Fenris. Use long barrel buckshot and choke. That thing owns. Hey, no problem, Soup. No problem. Yeah, get Midnight Sapphire and snipe lots of AI. Could do that with the SVD for sure. Maybe the M700 or something.
Heads up, Titan is taking fire. Strap in, we're heading out.
Fast spread test on the wall. I'll do it when we get in. We're just gonna quickly run around and just see if we can do something. We'll go up to this bit, and then down here. I mean, I died to AI here yesterday. It's really annoying. I died to a shot at the front, at the side, because they have like 7.62 soft point, and it went in and probably hit my lung as it expanded, and then just killed me. Even though I'm wearing a plate, which is the downside to the grey zone system, you know. It's kind of the problem. Oh, these guys are like taking back this one here.
Hostile PMC engaged.
Oh, jeez.
Commencing offensive.
Good people. I guess it's the guys that came from Eagle. Hayes is going to get nailed, it seems.
Spread out.
Right, where do I want to go? Yeah, we'll go up this way and see what happens. I just feel that nobody will invest another 7 to 10 years like we did with Tarkov, and in addition we don't want to trust companies anymore. I don't know, like... You say that, but like... I don't think it even matters with Grey Zone, right? Like, they're gonna... You say that, though, but we've got, like, Marathon, we've got Arc Raiders, we've got We've got Grey Zone Warfare that sold 1 million copies, so they've got funding regardless whether people play the game or not. Like there's games that are appearing. I don't think it's all lost. There's actually quite a lot of games recently coming out, so. Right, let's see if we don't just get...
Contact. A hostile PMC is engaging our unit. Requesting QRF.
Oh, these guys are still alive. Oh, these dudes are actually dead already. Wonder if there's any others. All seem to be pretty dunzo to me. Just in case. Marathon already flopped. I'm aware. I'm just saying, you know, the genre's not dead. And people will come out with new games. It's alright. Just gotta get up to the wall.
Eyes on Titan. Hostile activity detected.
Right. Where's this bad boy? No available cartridge, why? Oh, because it's in here.
Heads up, Gladius is taking fire.
Okay, pretty good, right? How do you feel about running?
Enemy forces have taken Gladius.
I don't like the way that the toggle sprint works. And actions feel slightly too floaty to me. I don't mind the way you run. Because again, that's kind of milsim-y in many ways, right? So I'm not actually that bothered by that. But, yeah, I wish that, like, so for example, if I stop moving now and I carry on moving, I'm still sprinting. I wish that sprint cancelled more often. Anything in here? Is that one of those tracking tags? Yes, I wish you could just, like, cancel the sprint more. And, like, some of these actions always, they feel a bit lackluster. But, I actually don't mind it, fundamentally. Look at this. Boom, boom, medium wound. Get wrecked.
Gold.
I think shotguns for the starter town might actually be like the better play.
GZW says every move matters. Are we making the right moves in point 3?
Yo, Kinder. What's going on? Yes. Definitely. Okay, so actually one other thing to point out. So...
Contact made with enemy PMC. Engaging now.
Whoa! Oh, that's Wildcat again. So, we finished this task, restoring order, so now you complete it. You see, and you just get this, right? Another job well done, and you just accept. I'm not going to go PvP, but we'll go and... No, I think the Cops update is a really good update. I do. I think it's the first step on the road to making it a good game. bit stuttering here because I've not actually been in here using these graphic settings, so it's re-rendering the shaders as I walk around. Boom! Why can't I ADS? Can't get through that tree either. They do a lot more like suppressing fire and just shooting at stuff. Oh no, that is other people fighting. They're pretty potent, the shotguns. Which door handles are a bit bigger. It feels, yeah, it feels very unresponsive interacting with stuff sometimes. Which I would say doesn't feel great, to be honest with you.
Come on, man. I wouldn't hurt you.
Oh, I can't shoot through that. Ah! Severe head wound. Yeah, movement feels a bit more like Squad or something like that than it does Tarkov. Tarkov's movement's a bit more fluid, but you're kind of a one-man army in Tarkov in many ways. Oh god, Jesus. Shotguns look way more usable. For sure. Yeah.
All units, one of our patrols is under attack.
I'd say even the
Need
toggling
assistance.
Even the toggling, like toggle crouch, toggle whatever, it just doesn't work that well. I wish it was a bit more responsive, honestly. Equipment box. Okay, nice. What's that one?
Eyes on Wildcat. Hostile activity detected. Heads up. Wildcat
I don't even
is
know what that
taking
is.
fire.
Where am I anyway? Criminal hideout. Oh yeah, I need to get to
We've
this.
lost control of Wildcat.
Because I'm going to have to go in a sec. Yeah, so the mozzies are way better normally. They're way better in most areas. It kind of depends on like what the weather is like and stuff, so it's supposed to be more varied. So you don't hear that most of the time. You only hear that mainly in the starter town.
A rival PMC just opened fire on our unit. Need support ASAP.
Frickin' crazy fog. Seems like the bitrate not completely dying in the foliage. I mean, that's a me and a Twitch thing more than anything else to do with the grey zone. Let's go down here. 8-9 pellets per shot. 8, I think? What does it say? It doesn't actually say. Doesn't say. Oh god.
Enemy presence confirmed at Titan.
That's an AI as well. Yes, even after reloading, I'm still toggled into sprint.
Engagement confirmed. Enemy PMC under fire.
Which I find personally a bit annoying. Yeah, collisions with the little branch to the ground are annoying. Yep. They sure are. Trying to get to Belfast so I can at least offload my gumph. Game enders leaves and grass stuff really well. Yeah, it's because they use this tech called Scala. I was talking about it earlier. Yeah, shotguns work well. I mean, shotguns should always have worked really well in the starter town. I mean, I might use them in the starter town now that like they're really powerful. I kind of hadn't realized. I tried using pistols yesterday, and that was really bad. I nearly shot that guy. I was just like, okay. Whatever happened to you, I don't think it was man-made. Okay, so what is this thing? 2 plus? Yeah, so these ones are kind of bad, so we just sell these. So it's 118 bucks for the iPhone. That's quite nice. Okay. So the AKs are cheap ass. Got some money just from dudes out in the field.
Wildcat is secure.
Okay, that's pretty
fully
good.
under our control.
Put a tritium sight to the front, practice a few mags at base comes where you use the pistol, at least the Glock. The recoil was just kind of too high. Like I was losing sight pictures. The issue. Right. Okay. Okie dokie. Right, I've got to go. I've got some stuff to do today. But I'll be back on tomorrow, same time. We're going to be doing some more Grey Zone-y stuff, which will be cool. Oops, a daisy. GG's dad. Yeah, we'll find someone to go to, and I wonder if Furlex is online and streaming. Let me have a look. Furlex is actually online. I know Furlex is mainly streams in French, but we're gonna raid his stream because literally the dude has killed me. I haven't died. I think I died to one other PMC today. But yeah, I'll be back on tomorrow. I'm usually on today in the evening, but obviously today I was on in the afternoon because I've got stuff going on tonight. Tomorrow I'm usually on in the afternoon. I'm on the normal slot, so 1 o'clock UK time, so 8 a.m. Eastern. Wednesday, I think I am either going to be on in the afternoon again, so not the evening, because I'm actually busy in the evening. So I'll either be on in the afternoon or not at all. And then from there, that's the end of the creator test. We're going to have to see what happens. I don't know. We're going to have to see. Anyway, we're going to go and raid Furlex. As I said, the chat might be in French, so yeah, just go and give him a follow or something and tell him that he killed me a million times. Either which way. The weather forecast works. It does actually, yeah, which is good. So go say hi to him, and I will catch you in a little bit. So I'll catch you tomorrow. I'll catch you tomorrow afternoon. See you later, friendos. Bye bye.